Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Joseph Career Show. Today is on October the 15th, 2020, and that means you got to go out and vote. Early this morning, for the first time today, we got people voting here around the world. People voted for Trump. People voted for Biden. And the news of for today, for now, is something I did. I went about 10:30 this morning. I didn't go all the way to vote, but this morning, went to vote today for the Democrats to make the world change, to make the world extremely change, probably, hopefully, that, that today we'll be very excited about the world will be changing. And the world is now, as I stand by for everybody here today, that you all know that I did vote for Biden and Harris. I did vote for Ward Cooper as governor, and the U.S. Senate I did vote for Cummings. And some of the Democrats I did vote. All the Democrats I did vote. And I had to keep my promise. I did vote. I did something. They didn't get me. They didn't put me on the sticker. They didn't get the sticker. But I did vote today. I did vote today, and I just got there at about 10:40 this morning. It's been now 2 hours and almost 3 hours, probably 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. It's a long line, the longest line I ever seen in my entire life. So I did vote for Democrats, and for yes, for sure. I mean, is that a line that I just went? I just went and I just voted today. The first day of the vote before the election starts on November 3rd. So you have to get up and vote now. Please, I tell y'all. It's for the war. It's for the country. So, for real, for sure. You know it can happen. It will happen for sure. Somehow, somewhere, we know what it's all about, what it's all matters to me. That. And just for sure, yes, it is. It is important. Let the voice, let the voice be heard. Let the voice be heard for sure, people, because we need a change. We need change for America. We need change for America, not bad for America, not tragedy for America, change for America. That's why I did vote for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I did vote for Ward Cooper in North Carolina, the governor, and I did vote for the U.S. Senate Clemens. So now it's always not the one I just, not just for the war, not just for Joe Biden, but a lot of Democrats that they voted for. So I did vote today. That's really important. And now I know one of my friends gonna be shocked if I did vote for Democrats, and probably I did. So anyway, hey, look, don't hate me, or don't hate me if you do, if you didn't. But here's the look what I just saw about. Now, Donald Trump, uh, now the polls for this one, it's so imagine. Now, let's take a look at this before. Now, next Thursday is going to be the final debate of the U.S. debate. Now, here we are, less than 3 weeks to go until Election Day. Democrat Joe Biden has taken a double-digit lead over President Trump, according to the latest NPR PBS NewsHour Wallace poll. The former vice president leads Trump 54% to 43% among likely voters in the poll. Is the highest level of support Biden has achieved since the poll began testing the head-to-head matchup in federal. Now, Biden has never been below 50% in the crusting in the Mills poll, and Trump has never been above 44%. Trump won 46% of voters in 2016 nationally, but it wasn't enough for him to squeeze out a victory in the states key to the electoral college. Biden has pulled ahead in several key states, including Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, which was critical to Trump's victory in 2016, but Trump is within striking distance. Now, Biden continues to have an advantage with black voters, Latinos, whites, and college degree women, people who live in cities and such lone voters and independents. Nominally, Biden is leading in this survey with white voters 51% to 47%. That's extraordinarily. Trump won white voters in 2016 by 20 points, and no Democrat has won that high share of white voters since Jimmy Carter in 1966, when the U.S. was far less irregular racial disorder. If Biden does, in fact, win the level with whites, it would indicate that a white loss wave is building for Democrats up and down the ballot. Trump's strongest group continues to be white evangelist Christians, reaching voters and whites without college degrees. But Trump's advantage among whites without a degree is down a net of 19 points from last month. In September, Trump led among whites without a college degree 63% to 33%. That has finally narrowed this month to a 54% to 43% advantage for Bob Trump. Trump won then 66% to 29% in 2016 over Hillary Clinton. The one group the Biden campaign has to be concerned about is Latinos. Biden is leading only 55% to 37% with Latinos. Clinton won Latinos 66% to 28% in 2016. Now, that's all the polls that they have seems to be looking for. It seems to be looking pretty good for Joe Biden. Seems going to be very well for Joe Biden. And that's what the polls are for. Biden is leading. Every state that he's had, every state he has ever had is for well. And for sure, that can never it can happen. It never have been in the campaign rally. So that's good for Joe Biden and one of his supporters. Everybody do want to support for Joe Biden, and yeah, it sure has, and sure is, and sure it does amount concern now. Now, Donald Trump has been holding this rallying campaign in North Carolina. You're gonna see in a minute. You're gonna hear in a minute. Now, for sure, yes, for sure, yes, he does have a slight advantage. Donald Trump does have a slight advantage. But does it even matter what has happened here or what we saw just a few hours ago at the campaign? At the campaign, do you know what's all about when Donald Trump? It's all about Trump. So yes, for sure, yes, for sure, I saw it. I saw it first. And we do know people didn't follow social distancing. They're not following social distancing, and Dr. Fest knows it. Trump holds the rally campaigns today in North Carolina, and some people do think it's false, but it does not matter. And the Trump rally going strong. But look, here's here's what happened and what has made and what it's going to turn out about. Trump knows people. He sees people. He sees the Trump supporters not following any social distancing at all. They were holding each other. They are getting closer to each other. And some people didn't wear masks. Is that possible? Now, here's the look of what went down, folks. Here's what went down here. And here's a look at this. I like this. Now, look at this. Listen to this. It says the Twitter locks official Trump campaign account over sharing Hunter Biden video. It says the Twitter suspended the official account of the Trump campaign on Thursday today, saying Team Trump's tweet calling Democrat presidential nominee Joe Biden a liar and posting a video about Hunter Biden's business dealings is a violation of this policy. The action comes just 19 days before the election day. Your account has been locked. The standard Twitter message reads, "What happened? We had determined that this account violated the Twitter rules, specifically for violating our rules against posting private information. You may not publish or post other people's private information without their express organization and permission." Post reads, then it says, Mike Helen says, Twitter has suspended Team Trump for posting a video calling Joe Biden a liar who has been ripping up our country for years, as it relates to the New York Post article 19 days before the election. So that's what they're talking about, and that's why the Trump will be very angry about when the Twitter, after Twitter says they suspend the team Trump, the Trump team. And for sure, they all know for sure. We didn't know, and we didn't know who he is or who's behind Joe Biden and all this mess, and this is whole stuff going on and on and on. There were no wars for the Twitter. There were no wars, but you all know Donald Trump tweets all the time. He's tweeting all the time, and that's for sure. And action has been taken here for us, for sure. The action has been taken, and that's the campaign. They always know about this for sure. But this news, there's the stuff that Donald Trump has been talking about. And for sure, yes. And last week at the White House, some people tested positive for COVID 19, and Donald Trump did not test every day, but he tests a lot. Did not test every day. And it just threatens behind the wheel. And you know what this is going to be all about. And I cannot wait until next week's debate, phone debate, about Donald Trump tests positive for COVID 19, Joe Biden tests negative for COVID 19. No, Harris didn't test positive. She tests negative. And yes, it sure is. It really is for sure. I'm saying, how did the man kill it? How did the man kill it in a season? But you all know, no, you all know Joe Biden didn't have coronavirus. He didn't have coronavirus, that's for sure. And that's what people knows how they love, and people knows it, and everybody knows it for sure. Now listen to this. The halfway through October, President Donald Trump surprised us sparkingly bullying the vulnerables has not so secure. Secondly, the hope might register his Parkinson's chances from the pre-election coronavirus vaccine to the dampening toll, dampening toll Justice Department findings to the massive news supplement packages complete with another round of shots in Russia with his signature. How are fate and likelihood? Once opposites could he could lose the powers of his office to control real-time events. Trump now finds his efforts running up against politicians' headlines, regular borderers, and land reality. He's in days away from reaching the list fanbase point in his administration, when promising something in 2 weeks will improve will improve his election chances. So outside the White House, including his one-time national security advisor, and openly threatening at what Trump might orchestrations to make up politician ground. And then you see Trump says that and he says to the supporters, and it says, "We'll see. Can only do what you can do." Trump said during the call into Fox Business Network on Thursday morning, his fifth time speaking to a Fox network since returning home from the hospital. But there's never been an administration that's done so much so well. The disappearances lifelines had informing the president, still a big new announcement for the Rose Garden or in the election battleground. Trump has taken to down Fox votes for the White House and ripping his still most cabinet members for not delivering it before November. So yes, it is. And Donald Trump is not going to be very happy about it because he always knows about this for sure. He always knows about the politics. He always knows about the politicians, and he said continue in point. And look, that's just all the concern of passing. That's what people that the Republicans have to be worried about for sure, and for sure, and for sure for yes. That's not the one time you ever know about the turn war. For sure, yes, for sure. There's always known that the Democrats is going to be after Trump. They're going to be after Trump, and they're going to do everything in turn. But look, we got a lot of people voting. A lot of blacks, Latinos, whites are going to vote. Are going to vote. They're all the Democrats, right? And they're going to be the only ones that are going to probably going to vote Trump out of the White House in November. And then January, there won't be no Donald Trump. There might not be no, not there won't be no without them because everything is going to be like what the White House going to be like. Because without them, there won't be no Donald Trump. It's that simple. There won't be no Donald Trump if we are false. I can tell you that. That's for sure. We got we got the Democrats and we got some new continuous anyway. They're gonna talk about anyway, that's what they saying. That's what they saying about this whole press. The voters so the voters are voting until 7:30. And tomorrow they're gonna be more to vote. Go out there to vote. And they will be voting until October 31st. That will be the day, and that could be the end time to watch for sure. And now Donald Trump tweeted, "Thank you, North Carolina." And now Trump tweeted, Pelosi is holding up stumblers, not the Republicans. And okay, okay, I see what's going on. I get it. I get it, people. I get it. Now, Trump is going to be all over the place in the state. It's going to be all over the place. That can never happen. And yes, in Greensboro. Now let's go to WTVD TV. WTVD Channel 11. It says President Donald Trump huts supporters in Greensville ahead of televised town hall. In Greenville, North Carolina, it says President Donald Trump knows North Carolina is a state he must win. On Thursday, he sounded alarm to his base saying they must vote. Okay, this is months ago. The weather will compulsory love guns, destroy suburbs, Trump told in an indirect cry at Pitt Greenville Airport. At times, the laws group chant, "We love you." Yes, a lot of people love Donald Trump. There are a lot of people they like him on television. They like him when he leaves to be on a reality show. They like him on a reality TV show. And says many. Now, here's what Donald Trump said: Many wore masks, but some did not, despite North Carolina's record source Thursday in new COVID-19 cases. Today, ABC 11 made Sarah Carson and David Bates just before going inside for the event. The couple is saying they drove 2 hours from Bushwick County to see Trump in Greensville. We just had to come and see, Bates said. We love it. We love him. This is exactly Carson added. Update followed by the ABC owner, website 538, shows that nationally, Democrat presidential nominee Joe Biden has 53% of the vote, of the popular vote, while Trump has 45. This polling also favors Biden to win the electoral vote. Joe Biden and the Democrat Socialists will Joe Biden and the Democrat Socialists will kill those jobs, Trump said. They're killing jobs. Demonstrating the police department and dissolving law borders, releasing criminal analysts and raising law tax by 4 times. And half of protesters demonstrated outside the airport. Trump 2020, you're foul, says Hidden Desert. One of the protesters. Oh my, that's gonna be something. Now, at times they clash with supporters of the president who were going. Now, listen to this. At times they clash with supporters of the president who are going to the rally. After we're done here, we're going to vote, says Michelle Jordan, another protester. I will stand there as long as I need to vote him out. Yes, that's what they're talking about. Let me read this again. After we done here, we're going to vote. Another protester. I will stand there as long as I need to vote him out. Now, as we all just know it, after leaving North Carolina today, the president was heading to Miami for a town in his discussion body. Meanwhile, will hold a smaller town hall in Prince Philadelphia. The two were originally set to meet face to face today for the town hall style debate in Miami, but the president rejected that after debate organization shifted the format to the vulnerable event following Trump's coronavirus diagnosis. Vice President Mike Pence will be campaigning in Johnson County on Friday. And as you might know, As you might know, for the protesters, they know they may have to do it. They may have to vote Donald Trump out. That's what they say. But in reality, why the Trump supporters they are frustrated about the entire Trump supporters. And don't even melt about it one bit for sure. Don't even melt about one bit. They're gonna wipe Donald Trump's smile off his face. That's for sure the destination. And that's what people that we did vote today. The vote is every day in the next 2 weeks. And then November 3rd will be the election. And then after the election, it will be like heaven. And that's people didn't do know that just a little bit concerned. But then people don't care. They just don't care. Okay. Now might happen? What might happen if Joe Biden gets elected? And they're all gonna be thinking that Donald Trump will kiss his White House, his office goodbye. Because everything they know, the whole people are getting sick and tired of Donald Trump's mouth. It's really, really ridiculous. And for sure that we had know to continue this video, it's so immature that you don't know what is going to happen. What is going to happen in this election? What is going to happen? Time will tell for sure. Time will tell for sure. But if Donald Trump gets elected, then that's all right. We'll move on. If Donald Trump gets reelected and he wins this election, then that's okay. We'll move on. We'll see. We'll give him 4 years, 4 more years. We'll give him 4 more years. That's what they say. But no, today Joe Biden has leading President Trump 53 when Donald Trump leads him into 46% for sure. But look, Laura, I gotta go. I gotta go. Time's gonna be up. All you have to do is subscribe to this video. Check me out on YouTube. All you have to do is subscribe. This is the Joseph Crudup for the Joseph Crudup Network. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Until then, same time, same station. I'll see you then. We'll go live tomorrow. All right. See you then. Bye bye.